Hi, in this short video I want to give you the basics, the very basics of what to use a pivot table for. In order to do that, I created a spreadsheet with 10,000 data rows of non-existent salespeople and their sales. So there's 10,000 entries and you want to find out something like how much did each person sell, or what's the average sales amount per salesperson. A pivot table is perfect for this because it summarizes data based on the content of cells you choose, and it summarizes them however you choose. So in this case, we're just going to grab the spreadsheet as is, but of course you can do this on a range and insert a pivot table. I'm using the Mac version of Excel. Of course, the Windows version will be very similar, not exactly the same, but it will look very similar. So here's our pivot table report. It's blank. And here on the right, you have the pivot table fields, which are taken from the headings of the columns I chose. And you have to decide how you want to summarize this. Most common way of doing it is by using, whatever grouping you want as rows. So you drag that field to rows, and whatever you want to summarize to values. In this case, the amount. By default, a pivot table sums things, and since this was randomly generated data, it's now no big surprise that it's pretty similar. But you can see that Alice sold $361,000 in this example, while Fiona sold $382,000. If you want to choose how the data is summarized, you can do it by clicking on the little information icon or by clicking on the value. You can do, for example, count how many sales did each one have. It's fairly similar. You can do average. You can see that the average sale hovers around $250,000. Again, that's not surprising. It's all randomly generated data. You would expect it to be normally distributed. But you can also look at, what was the biggest sale for each of them, $499. Not a surprise because that's the highest is set in the range when generating the spreadsheet, and 1 as the minimum. But the important thing is that it will summarize data in however way you choose. Now, you can, of course, do a lot more with them. You can have categories and subcategories. You can have subtotals for categories. You can use different labels for the columns. But even just doing this can prove to be extremely helpful when you need to summarize data quickly. Thank you for watching.